Everyone's playing when we're doing this.
Yeah, it's like 4 games going on. So
Yeah.
I saw Lil Waz post something out too.
I don't know if you saw it, HC, but
Too much content
yeah,
for a Monday night. People aren't ready for this.
yeah. Okay, so let's see here. It should be. Gonna make sure. Go there. Okay. So everything should be good. And let me make sure. Okay, good. It's switching. Okay. So, we are live. If you are watching the games, I do not blame you. Uh, but this will be recorded for anyone that is here and wants to see it. So, welcome everyone to another season of the Backyard Baseball Online League. Can't believe it is season 5 already. Uh, Making me feel old. Um, but can't believe we have 4 leagues, and tonight we'll be going over the Humongous League with Freak Show.
Yep. Glad to be on the podcast again, Nate. And yeah, that's amazing. We got 4 weeks. There was like 90 some teams.
Yeah, I remember when there was 9.
Yeah. Kind of that way. That's favorite too, right? RBBL started off small like that, then
Yeah,
branched out.
RBBL started with 5 people, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. This channel has got like 1,000 in the in the channel, the
Oh
server.
yeah, in the
Ours now, right?
Discord, in the online Discord, there's over 1,200 members,
Yeah,
and I
that's
think
crazy.
I it's pretty close to 10,000 users on the website.
Eesh, 10,000. Where are they all at? Some of them need to join us too. That's right,
I
man.
don't know
Yeah, I
the
remember
exact number, but I think it's getting close to 10,000 because I think I remember someone making a joke that it was over 9,000.
that's crazy, dude. I remember last summer it was like what 500 or 600, like it doubled in the year.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at it, let's actually get
Specifics.
some live numbers here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out.
So I can look that up pretty quickly. It says
What?
translate page from Portuguese.
What?
Uh, Jibbo.
Any other language speakers here? Google Translate.
I don't know why the website is asking me about that, but I'm not showing it on the screen because I don't want to leak people's information. That
Yeah,
but so
that'd be a good way to
it
start.
it is just shy of 9,200 users
That's nuts, man.
as far as people that have signed up on the website. So it's not quite 10,000 yet, but
Next year it.
the fact that it's even remotely close to that is just bonkers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun getting nostalgia, man. People go for it. Finding that out.
Yeah, and then we just add layers of nostalgia because then now we're getting this nostalgic about the early seasons.
Yeah, yeah, the real prehistoric caveman era. It's first two or something, right?
Yeah, the when it was on the scum that doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh man, that would have been a nuisance.
Yeah, so we got BBOL, we got CRK in the chat. Welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
couple of watch skipping the games for this. Okay, yeah. Hey, I know he was. You've been asking the past few days. You doing it tonight? You doing it tonight?
Yeah. So one quick question I got for you is
Yeah.
'cause I know last time we did something like this, we were talking about the World Baseball Classic. When is the next one of those?
Oh wow, yeah. It was weird because it was always every 3 or 4 years. It wasn't always super, like set every 4 years like the Olympics was. It was like sometimes it'd be every three, and then sometimes it'd be every four. So it was like '06, '09, 2013, 17, and then COVID made it, like 5 or 6 year break then. But um, so yeah, I think the next one's 26. I want to say 26 or 27.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, I was curious about that. So I just yeah, so I just turned you up a little bit, Freak Show. So let me know if people can hear in the chat if people can hear you better.
Oh yeah, because Twitch may have not be able to hear as clearly as you.
Yeah. But it is sound better at least in my ear that I turned you up. So I'm hoping that's the case for chat as well.
Yeah, let us. I'm not. I don't have Twitch pulled up, but yeah, let Nate know if you can hear me all right. We'll keep going, I guess.
Yeah, and also baseball is back in the next Olympics, so that's exciting.
Oh, for real, it wasn't. They didn't have it this time around. Huh? Just soccer instead.
Well, they always have soccer. There's certain ones that
Oh,
they
always.
always do, and then there's some that depending on location.
Mm.
So because it's in LA, you have to have baseball when
All
it's in the
right. Yeah.
US.
Gotcha. They would have to have it here then. Yeah, France hasn't quite gone on to it
Oh
yet.
yeah, that's another new one, flag football.
Oh wow, that's coming up next time around.
Yeah, in 2028.
Awesome.
So
It'd be
I'm definitely excited to see that.
heck yeah, that'd be great. See something different, something new. Better than beats rugby.
Rugby is pretty is cool to watch though. Though I know also the the Paralympics. If you ever watch that, that's coming up in a couple weeks. The wheelchair
Okay,
rugby is really cool to watch.
yeah, I would definitely watch that. Now that sounds pretty awesome. Kenny Kawaguchi in there.
Literally, yeah.
I get the buff.
Yeah. But enough about the Olympics. I could talk about the Olympics forever. Um, but yeah, so it is season 5 of the online league. I think this is the third season we've had a humongous league.
Yeah, at least so. Yeah, because season two was like basically the only league, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then what? Three they had junior
yeah,
maybe.
3 a junior, and then last season we added it had to add a super duper, and now we
Yeah.
had to add a little league.
Yep.
So if
Yeah, that's
that
amazing.
keeps up, that
One
means
this
we'll have to
season,
have another league next season too.
tack on another for season 6.
Yeah,
Hit that 1,000 mark.
yeah. So yeah, next season, if it keeps up, we definitely will have over 100 people playing.
Yeah, it's yeah for real because we're basically just about there right now. If not,
Yeah.
like I don't know if there's any dropouts yet, but we're
There's
usually
been a few. So I mean, if you include people that have dropped out and with subs, it's probably pretty close to that already.
yeah, yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So really quickly, just as a general overview, the players in the Humongous League this season either were placed based off of their record in the Humongous League last season, or
Mm-hmm.
through the Gauntlet, or through the finalist, the World Series finalist of the Junior League. So in the backyard division, we have HCIIIIIII, uh, Killer Bat, and Mister I like to hit home runs all the time.
Yep.
G Slim, CRK, Epstein, Personizzle, Schwilly, Say Stafe. I believe it made it for the gauntlet. Lil
Yep.
Waz, myself, Viziri, and Rajas. And then in the front yard division, we got Dr. Pecker, Elman, yourself, Freak Show, JTS, Manitude, Hines, Evan, Scatty, Andrew Pays, Trigger Triz, Loba, and Orlando Stars.
Yep. All some good mix of vets in there, and then some newcomers. Excited to see how they do this season. A couple of them already have got a pretty good start, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, I mean some are quote unquote newcomers,
Right. Right. Yeah.
but like they've played in the RBBL before. So like
Hmm.
this is Schlim and Elman's first time in the Humongous League. Both of them have played in the RBBL before, so they are no
Oh,
strangers to the game. Especially Slim, who's been around since the very beginning of the any of the competitive landscape.
yeah, for sure.
One of
Yeah, I
the
didn't realize.
true OGs of this community.
Yep, absolutely. One of the like original four or something started the other server, right?
Yeah, one of the five.
Or the five, yeah. That's pretty awesome.
So yeah, there is a lot of good players. I don't think there's going to be too many games, at least based off of skill, where you could say, oh, that's an easy matchup.
Yeah, as this league continues to grow, I expect there to be less and less of those, and they're all going to be the competition is going to get stiffer. It's yeah, it's gonna be good this season for sure. Looking forward to it.
Well, without further ado, let's get into some of these teams. We've got first of all, we got Epstein, who made the World Series last season. Kind of was a shock to if you would have said that before the season that Epstein would have made the World Series. Definitely was not who I personally was expecting to, but uh, had an amazing season. He always has pitched really well, but
Yep.
did really improved on the offensive side, at least enough to um, get and string together a lot of wins, and almost was enough to win the entire thing, but came up short
Hmm.
against Loba in the finals. And
Yeah. Yeah. Continue.
sorry, go ahead.
And so yeah, he had that one pretty epic moment in the World Series. It was a good something to have there for him. Taking the game there from him with the feel of home with Reese. I didn't see that game. I didn't see that moment sadly, but I heard about it in the chat. That's something right there. Feeling home. the walk off one of those
Yeah,
games.
I believe Epstein had is going back to Cement Gardens.
Yep, I was about to. I was torn between there and then returning to my roots at Tin Can Alley, but a couple scrims at Cement had me like, all right, I think it's time to take a break there. Try something else. I was like, I don't think I'm going to pull that off again twice, 2 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm yeah, his team is for the most part, like he brought some core players. Obviously, the main the main core player or two, the main two, the top two, Maryland, the Jeter clone there, and then obviously the well deserved was it Clanky or Cy? I don't know what they call the award, but the pitcher award, they won that. I think by a vote. It was close, but definitely I voted for Hellman. So it's absolutely deserved. Yeah, that was just brutal. it's he always builds around pitching and defense, and that was absolutely the move for last season. And the right side meta, where Loba put Keisha at second base, so that turned out to be a big brain move there. So yeah, it's excited to see how his team does, how he's able to anti power meta now, trying to trying to fight against it. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I at stands out to me is the lack of power on this
Yeah.
team. I think the highest power is Maryland with
Right.
79.
Yep. Yep. And then A Rod
A
75.
team average power of 51. That's really low for an average.
Yeah, that got to be down there for one of the lowest we've seen. I think usually what is it like the lower probably range maybe closer to 60. We'd have to go through the seasons, but yeah, that's pretty low. But he really only has two bad arms, which is good. And the one bad arm he does have, or actually, yeah, the two bad arms he has. Obviously, the one is a 9 speed, so that's at least good for offense there, and he'll track some balls down. And then the other is Taco. That's the weak arm there. Probably put him at second base or something, but that's so at least he's got speed there. So speed at cement plays. Just he might be able to tear some of those slow power teams to shreds. Defensively, if he pops on like away games, they pop a few homers off him. He should be able to scrap a few runs back and stay in some games just based. Hopefully, like wearing some pitchers down and hitting them where they ain't. Try for some random bounces, stuff like that.
Yeah, this will be really interesting to see how this team does, especially if the new meta that's been a little bit more, or the changes. I won't say it's necessarily the meta yet, since we're still trying to figure it out. Um, but offense seems to be a lot more important now and a lot more easier to score some runs. So we'll see how important power actually is, and I think this is going to be one of those teams that's kind of interesting to see how they do and kind of a measuring stick to see kind of how the different strategies play out.
Exactly. Yeah, just that test, and if there's any other teams somewhat similar, it's going to be like how they do compared to teams, other teams comparatively speaking, and it's going to be like a measure of how good the coach is, teams they played. I mean, a lot of variables involved, but yeah, see what he does with them. Did you want to just go over like I mean, this coach knows what he's doing. Maybe for some other teams, we can like make like a defensive suggestions or guess where he's going to play his players. But I think
No, I
we
think
kind of know. We
Hellerman's going to
probably kind
be
of
in
know
the.
where they're going.
I think Hellerman's going to play the outfield.
Yeah,
I
center
think
field, right?
Paco's going to be at
Left side.
catcher.
Yeah,
Matthew's going to be starting pitcher.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
I think this team kind of speaks for itself, and he got to the World Series, so he doesn't really need any help.
Yeah, I think some of that stuff is self-explanatory. So okay, so yeah. Okay, so next up we got that's on the list is my team, and this is just if anyone is going to say anything, this is the list. This is the order that Visory put them in the sheet, so that's what we're going off of. So um, going with the Red Sox this season, Playground Commons got Wasser Sauce, the Monocyclone, Davy Marion, uh, Mikey Thomas, Emery likes to call him Little Fat Ass. Iceman, Parker Collum, Gwen Sears, Tony Gwynn, Jerry, fan favorite, PJ Sharif, and
Yep.
Peter Levine. That's my
Yep. Yep.
my meme slash player that doesn't get drafted pick this season.
So, how you liking Peter out so far? The one game in now, huh?
Uh, I didn't. I thought he did pretty good for.
Yep.
Though I think that what I'm at least in this one game, Schlim pitched him normal. Like I didn't get any meatballs like I would get with like Ivan or Walter. So so people are the scouting report is out.
Yeah, he's got a 65 bat. That's pretty dang good for a meme.
So so yeah. I
Definitely
think
could pull
the
something down the line.
yeah. So unlike in my previous seasons where the ninth round was strictly the pitcher, uh, Peter will pitch, just not all the time.
Is going to be your like closer, kind of like Matt is. I think Matt has a similar approach where his meme is just going to close out the game.
Yeah, that's kind of similar. And for the record, me and Matt were kind of uh talking about this for the season as far as what we are gonna do and like trying to have like matching players or something. The exact matching players didn't totally work out, but close enough.
Yeah, it'll do. Did
Yeah.
you did you opt playground just for Peter just so he has that chance of a pull homer?
I did not think of that. That was not part of the plan. I was trying to think of um because I kind of have to hide at least two players.
Yeah,
So I think I was thinking for home games, hide them in left field.
right. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I did think about going to TCA, but
Oh, that was another.
I like home runs.
Yeah, you
Um,
draft good bats. Yep.
so I like hitting. I like it when it. I like seeing the ball go over the fence instead of just hit the wall. So that was
Bounce
another
around.
thing that me and Matt were talking about. I was like, oh yeah, we could both do TCA, but then like, oh, there were you had home runs.
Right. I mean, you got to really crank it. Get that high those launch angle homers there. TCA like 60-degree launch. Have some righties that swing late there.
Other than Tony Gwynn, this team is lost. I don't know what you're talking about, B-ball. You're talking craziness.
Was he chatting in the Twitch?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about by that.
But yeah, I think that's a good move. Playground over TCA because I think as Emery calls them, little fat asses. And you got Parker is I guess Joel is speed, but yeah, I think a slow left-handed bat's just not ideal for TCA. So I think that's a good I think that was a good move going playground.
Well, yeah, I think yeah, this team has a decent mix of speed, power, some good arms.
Yeah,
The one thing is like maybe I could use like a little bit more pitching, but
let's see, because
honestly,
you
if I was not trying, I was super close to taking Kowalski with round 9
oh yeah, yourself, Nate.
because I but then I was like, it's kind of too. I don't want to ruin the thing with Matt.
Yeah, that would definitely shut down the meme because that's like because hasn't he been drafted like eighth round before? Because that's a pretty solid round nine.
Yeah, I drafted Nate in round 8 in season 3.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, yeah, because yeah, Matt would not have been too happy with you there.
But if I had I would have been like, okay, this is great. I love this team. Like, but I do really like this team, and I'm really excited to see how Peter can do with this. The one thing that the main reasons why I picked Peter is because of well, one because 65 power, and
Yeah,
the arm is good enough for
yeah, it's
second.
respectable. Yeah,
It's a respectable
absolutely.
arm, and um, I
Got the
wasn't
100 heat.
entirely
Nice.
certain about how the pitching was going to work out, but yes, the 100 heat, and I remember Visery saying that heat is the one pitch that you don't you can throw multiple times in a row without getting punished.
Oh, right, because it already has the what the natural built-in +5 velocity bonus or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
so because of
Sam.
that, that was the main reason why I had Peter on the brain as far as what to pick was because of the 100 heat.
Yeah, and the 43 stem. That's not too bad for I mean, the 100 heat kind of helped, right? So like it for the stam there, like for 43.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, it should be. I mean, I guess that was one of your better options. Yeah, for me. So like, you gotta take what you can get.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm excited to see what Peter can do. Peter made some really great catches in right field in the game that I
Oh
had against
wow,
Slim. So played
3 speed too. That's
played
impressive.
played some really solid defense. Played above his
Hey,
uh
great.
his pay grade for defense, and yeah, hopefully he can get a couple hits and possibly even a couple homers.
Yeah, it'd be great. Have some Yanks there, maybe even some away games too. Find out. So yeah, so your backup pitchers are like Jerry and so you got maybe like and that Davies another 100 heat guy. 94 hook. That's pretty good. Um, maybe like let's see, Parker and Gwen is last resort or something. If it gets to that, it's probably
Yeah, Jerry.
not a
I
good.
started Jerry in my first game.
Okay, yeah, and then Peter a last inning or two.
Yeah, so I'm planning on sticking with Jerry starting, and then either Jessica, Davey, or Peter to finish out the pitching. Could
Yeah,
possibly use Mikey for pitching.
yeah, yeah. He's got the slow ball there, maybe a
Yeah,
47 hook. Yeah, yeah, he could do something like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Got some good bats. Yeah, it's a good, well-rounded mix there. Shout out to my guy PJ Sharif, big fan. Helped me win one in the RBBL at my first season. So always. I actually created my custom after the 49 power there, so I just stuck that in for a custom character in the league.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Killer
that's a
Bat
good
says
team.
Parker's probably the best player on the team. If he's anything like Rachel Buena.
Said what now?
Killer Bat said Parker's arguably the best player on the team if he's anything like Rachel Buena.
Oh, Yeah,
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 the Rachel um fandom has transferred over to Killer Bat when it comes to the online league.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, Parker's got ice in his veins, so gonna he's gonna step up those big moments. You can pretty much count on that time of the season.
Yeah, but that's enough about my team. Moving on to the Junior Bombers and CRK. Uh Sandy Flats, gross,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's wrenching.
CRK says Rachel is better than Parker, and kind of agree with that.
Well, you're just gonna have to show him up this season
Um, I think Rachel is better than Parker in RBBL.
because you've had her a couple seasons, right?
Yeah, I've had her. I did.
Yeah.
I don't think I no. I've never
No.
had Rachel in online, but I've had Rachel. I've had Rachel and
Oh,
or Peggy, or I've had Rachel or Peggy in I think 3 seasons in RBBL.
okay. Yeah, I remember. Like, I think Steele last season with Rachel, if I remember right.
Yeah, no, last season I had Peggy,
Okay. Yeah.
but that's enough about them. Uh, CRK has Keisha Phillips, Tanya Lesko, Marty Cordova, Alexis Weiss, Alex Gonzalez, Shane Smith, Derek McCattery, Aaron Harris, and shock Heidi Thurman.
Go figure.
Who would have guessed that one?
That's his crush right there. He's always gotta have that Heidi. You cannot go a season without her.
I'm waiting for someone to draft Heidi just so CRK
That's
doesn't
what
have her.
there was a few comments in the draft about people saying they were gonna snipe her like round 8 or something
Yeah,
crazy. He was freaking out a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, it
but yeah, I
has a
like
couple good power bats at Sandy.
yeah, yeah, about 3 or so. Yeah, Keisha, obviously, Canseco, Cologne, Tanya, and then White. That's a good solid RBI producer, if nothing else. So she can definitely get some log shots and some deep gap shots, hopefully. And then he's got, yeah, obviously he had to go for the. There's no way he's passing on Marty either. After what he did for him last season, just frustrated the heck out of the league out of the junior league last season all the way to the end. So yeah, you knew he was gonna go for him again, and that was just a absolute pure pain move with Marty on sand there for the league. They're not gonna they're not gonna have fun with that. He's already got a 3-0 game, so starting off strong.
Yeah. Uh, be interesting to see if Marty went a little bit early in round 3, but
Yeah, it's a little early. Yeah,
that's just a little nitpicking.
yeah,
Um,
but he's got good. He got a couple 3.7 speeds there, so that's gonna help. He definitely won some of those on sand. They always say, big bats, but I mean, obviously, I mean, saying it's tough to homer with the power meta back. It's gonna help, but you still definitely you don't want a slow team there. That's for sure. That's a no go on sand. But so yeah, he's got some arms there. You definitely have to have arms there. He's really only got he doesn't have any bad arms. There's like 3 mid, and then the rest are good. So that's gonna help.
yeah, I think Shane and
So that's
Weiss is the worst arm.
yeah, at 40, which is that's still if you only have like 2 of those and not like in the corner outfield, and you have good one arm in the center, then you can make do with that, or just put one at second base if need be. So Yeah, probably there you want to go arm in right field. So yeah, just like um, maybe a weaker one in left and one in weaker one in second base,
Yeah, and
and
Derek
then
probably is going to be doing a lot of pitching, I'd guess.
yeah, Derek is when Marty runs out of steam. Hopefully, we can last some good chunks of games, maybe 4 innings or so. I've seen him last full games before. We'll see how often he's able to do that. But yeah, so those two for sure. I guess Alexis can come in as the or Aaron. Yeah, Aaron. Oh man, I warned him against Aaron. No, don't get me started on that five attention. Oh, dude, yeah, I saw some screens too. That was he's uh he's falling over every few seconds.
Marty, then Alexis, then Derek, then Aaron. Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, so you could mix or match. How it depend like who's got the stand. If any of them like get drained on the base pass or whatever, just plug in versus different situations, different batters up, whatnot. Who has the pitch you feel like you want for the batter coming up or whatever. But yeah, he's got four good options there, so he should be fine. Just uh, bring the pain there and shut down some offenses, and he'll be solid. Just keep playing his game. He knows what he's doing. So
Who would draft Alexis? Says BBOL. CRK. That's who would draft Alexis.
I mean, he's got some definitely CRK picks in
Yeah,
there. People
yeah.
aren't taking Martin third round, but I mean I respect it because
I
he's good
mean,
with
I
him.
think Alexis is going to be better with this with these
Yeah,
build because Alexis. I had
yeah,
Alexis last season and she did pretty well considering everything last season. So she should be doing even better than that. So, and I think as a you don't want Alexis to be your best power bat, but if she's your second or third power bat, then you're doing pretty good, and that's what she is in this one. So
yeah. Especially there, you definitely want her like at least second best at that part. But yeah, and yeah, you had Alexis what last season? Where at what part?
what part of what?
What part did you have Alexis at last season?
I had Steel.
Steel. Okay, yeah. So yeah, pretty. Yeah, I can see you're doing pretty well there. But yeah, it's a solid team. It's pretty well rounded. You got obnoxious Heidi there at the end, but what are you gonna do? You gotta take your faves.
Yeah, I think the one thing is they don't have other than Heidi, they don't have any like super slow players, but they don't have any like top speed players. So
Yeah, yeah. Like the seven is like like great speed, but it's not like elite
amazing.
speed. But
Yeah, it's not
yeah,
Stewart or Pete.
right. Yeah, and I mean she's a really great seven speed. All the well-rounded, round one. So that's good. And then Aegon, that was a good solid pick. And then I've never had Shane before, so I couldn't really speak much for him. But I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good seven speeds.
Wait, B-ball, you're saying that this roster is bad, and you have Adam Van Doofus on your team. I mean, I don't know. That sounds pretty bad to me. But yeah, I think CRK is going to be doing pretty good. And he won his first game, and I don't think that Sandy's going to be fun to play with.
No, no, it's yeah. I finished my season there. That's not a fun way to end the season.
Next up, we got HC and the Yankees at
Oh boy.
TCA. The first thing I notice is that a lot of blondes. Um, The one thing that I'm kind of disappointed, HC,
No trade, not
you started doing it, but then you didn't continue with it. If you're gonna do that, you got to do it for all 9 picks. I want to see some trades at the trade deadline. At the end of the season, you better have all 9 players be blondes.
yeah, absolutely. I'm all in on that. HG. You gotta pull off something historic for the season, man. Come on, because I think what 5 is probably tied for the record for most blondes. I think Lil Waz had that. Was it last season? I think he had 5, and then Matt's got what 5 brunettes.
Yeah,
So yeah, somebody's got to go for that extra, that at least one more. If not, you got to go for 9 though. You got
yeah. And HC likes to do a bunch of trades, so make it work, HC.
you got to HC at the trade deadline. You gotta trade Stephanie twice to get her back 3 times. Just keep doing that for season. Uh,
You got Lindsay, Francis, Sonia, Julian Payne, Isabel Morelli, Fernando Diaz, Stephanie Morgan, Vic Souffle, and Jose Meisenheimer.
Goat hammer. Yeah, nice to see Vic on another team. He's a great arm, great defensive piece, but and he'll get on some, but yeah, we'll see how he likes him this season. But I mean, I can't complain with him because Vic did save an undefeated season last year, so I can't talk crap about him. But I did have him in season 2 as well, so it's a little bit you can't really expect much out of him. But when he does pull off something for you, and it's just like, wow, yeah, all right, he's great now.
Yeah, Lindsay is really good. Got 2 really good pitches. Bluer has 2 really good pitches too. Um,
Yep.
Meisenheimer has a couple pitches. Morelli has a couple pitches. Fernando has a couple pitches. So a lot of players that can pitch on this team.
Yeah, for sure. He's got some depth there, and it looks like if it wasn't for that 14 stam, I mean, and Meisenheimer's already slow as is, so like I kind of like starting slow pitchers because like and he's got 81 power too, so it's not like he's going to be complete utter garbage. If he's always got that chance of popping something out. So I mean, he is at TCA, but still, like I do kind of like starting slow pitchers just so you're not like if you start like a fast pitcher and like they can't hit or the crap, then like they're useless for everything else.
Yeah,
But so like if I mean you could maybe start Jose with the 14 stem. I mean it's not ideal, obviously. I mean if it's working with Fernando, I know he's planning on starting Fernando, then you may as well not change what's working for you. But like starting Jose Meisman could be a sneaky strat like, if you ever want to try that sometime. Just because like and obviously like you're gonna have to hide him somewhere else. I mean, you can put him. The TCA can put him in center field too. So
yeah, yeah, either second or center.
yeah, one of the two. And he's got a 63 arm, so yeah, he could turn some double plays at second base too. Because like for me with Joelle, I kind of have her at center field because she's not turning any double plays. So that 63 arm does help him there. It's slow, but it's a solid. It's a solid. Well, kind of pretty much well rounded other than the speed for a 9th round. So it's not ideal TCA, but it's take what you get because we had some pretty rough. He was like right around me. We had pretty like I think he had like lot letter E or something. I had F, so we were kind of all around each other the whole draft. So we kind of had some rough picks, but yeah, he pulled off a good team with the trade as usual, as expected.
Yeah, I like this team. You have a lot of versatility. Um,
Yeah,
you got some decent speed in the early picks. Um,
Yep.
then a little bit slower later, but another team where other than I guess Isabel is really the only other than Jose is really only super slow player.
Yeah, see, Burnett's calling it 5 speed, but that's a pro, so it's got height and other other stuff, other perks there, so not as noticeable um, of a slow bat. But it's yeah, so just those two, the really slow Morelli and then Julian Payne there, but she's probably going to be probably going to have her. He's probably going to have her first base. So it looks like. I mean, you could have Stephanie, but I think other people would have her at first base before, and they say that aggro. She miss troll a lot at first base.
Yeah, yeah, I think Julian is a lot better at first base.
Yeah, I think that's where he's had her, so that would make sense for him there.
Yeah, so I think this is a very well-rounded team, especially at TCA, and definitely a lot of players that can hit the wall.
Oh yeah, it's built for that for sure. The core Fernando can definitely be. They've only got two that really can't. So yeah, yeah, that's 7 wall bangers right there. If you get something good for those guys and ladies on the five of them.
Yeah, and HC is one of those players that definitely has potential to make the World Series. So we'll see
Oh
if
yeah,
HC can pull it off.
he's going for it. He's trying to take away that Dallas Cowboy comparison. Some people shot at him in the league chat.
Dallas, wait, where was this Dallas Cowboy comparison?
I think that was the team, but for like for him, like they predicted us to make the World Series last year, and fortunately, it wasn't to be. We keep getting knocked out, but we're 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 going for it. So it'll be nice to see him see if he can get there this time around.
Yeah, I
Got the
guess
team for it.
we'll find out. Next up, we got Visery. Uh, had a rough game against Killer Bat in week 1, but Killer Bat just had a really great game there. Visery, amazing player, also one of the league admins, and also has done a lot with doing all the builds and also all hit finding all the hidden stats and making all these spreadsheets. Just as it puts a ton of work into everything for the community. So we would not be in this position if it wasn't for Visery. So everyone needs to thank them for that.
Absolutely, yeah. He's made all this possible. The secret stat numbers, finding out all the hours on end this puts into it. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. We're very thankful for making all this possible now, and obviously the goat himself, Little Tooncat, for bringing the online servers back as well. So both those two together make a
We
big.
just finished your team HC. We said it was the worst team ever. So good luck. Just kidding. Um,
Yeah, 13 runs last week weren't good enough. Step it up.
Yeah, we got visitors too. We got Ken Griffey, Barry Bonds, Mo Vaughn, Kristen Sullivan, Marty Clone, Molly May, Jordan Thorner, Bobby Bacco, Dominic Lowe, and Judy Abwenza. This team is really solid, other than
Oh yeah,
Judy.
not a fan. Huh? 'Cause that's a what is that a George clone?
Yeah, that's the Kenny clone.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like one of those late last minute, scrapper find a pitcher, and I'm curious how the slow ball. If he's, I'm not sure if did this start Judy the game one, or did he start Mari clone Chris?
I do not know. But honestly, I would, I would have Judy be my like third pitcher.
Yeah, because I was about to say because that if that was the reason he drafted Judy as the ninth round, last resort, let's grab a pitcher, then that may not go so well with the. This would be the one to know that best too, because making all these changes with the new season now, and the repeat pitch, uh, uh, nerfs or buffs for the batter that would I could spell trouble just spamming that slow ball over and
Yeah.
over. You have to throw some like a hook. You'd be throwing more balls for sure. You'd be like slow ball hook outside the zone, slow ball hook outside the zone, like 2-2 count real quick.
Yeah.
Be
I mean,
interesting
good
if you
thing
pull.
you have to have 100 stamina and Judy, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
would probably do Kristen into Mo.
yeah, Mo. Yeah, you could do Mo. That's right. And I guess let's see who else does he have. Jordan has some decent pitches.
Dominic Lowe has
McGraw.
a couple pitches, but
Yeah,
if
Dominic.
if you need like an inning out of Dominic, that's not a bad option.
Yeah, yeah, because you kind of want Jordan. Obviously, you're gonna want Bonds in the field. You don't want him pitching. You want him in center or whatever you're gonna have him. But yeah, Jordan kind of want to keep that speed. So yeah, Dominic Lowe is a good backup there. Yeah, it's really I love having those four pros, three pros and the one pro clone there starting off. That's making a statement. It's a great way to start. I'm a big fan of you getting them while you can, because the height and the pros are going to go pretty fast every season. So, and those are some good ones to get. Mo Vaughn, Alicia, made it to the World Series last season. So, Mo clone there. So yeah, that's all three lefty bats right there too. Um, did some pops over the chain fence there. Yeah, it's a good real you can always expect this to draft a good team, and obviously he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, getting yeah, Baco is a really solid value in the seventh round. I really like the Dante clones. Molly May
Yeah,
is a really good bat and arm combination in the middle of the late rounds. So yeah, I think this
yeah.
is a really solid team, and Fizzery will figure it out.
Oh yeah. He'll brush that one off. I'm not sure who his next opponent is, but this will brush that one off. And
Yeah, it's, Vizzery next game is against Swilly.
Troy. Okay, yeah. I mean, it should be a competitive game there. Let's see, what park is that at? Let's see schedule. Is this at Willie? Oh, he's going to the can. All right.
Yeah,
He's
that will
got a
be.
team.
Yeah, I think this team should definitely has a lot of players that could do well at CCA. So that should be a fun matchup to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, hoping to catch that one live when they're going for it.
So next up we have the Oakland Athletics and Persnizzle. Uh, don't I think Persnizzle took over this team like halfway through the draft. So I'm not sure, don't remember exactly when he took it over. 'Cause I know he
Yeah,
drafted most of it, and then he decided that he was gonna play with them. Um, so we got Jay Green, Kathy Wolf, Wally Evans, Grace Tipton, Uma Morris, Wing Kwan, Jason Giambi, Sidney Chang, and Rose Flugel. So got some good power in Jay, Uma,
oh,
Rose, kind of Giambi.
yeah. John is definitely gonna be better now than last season, for sure. He can crank a few out there. A big city, and so that's pretty good round seven value. It wouldn't have been great last season, but it's going to definitely be a step up now. Uh, yeah, I think one thing I've noticed about First Mizzle is he likes to draft some good. He's big on the arms and speed mix usually. especially the speed. Like you see the speed right out of the gate. Jay, Kathy, Wally, Grace, Wing, Cindy. Yeah, I mean that's just run for days right there.
Yeah, a lot of speed, and the other players, the players that don't have some pop to them. So
Yep,
you got Grace that can pitch, you got Wing that can pitch, you got Giambi that can pitch, Jay can pitch, Rose can
yep.
pitch. Plenty of pitching on this team. Um,
Yeah, that's really good. Good luxury to have there. So you're never really totally blown out of games when you got that many that can pitch respectably, reasonably well. And Jay is if you do have him second or third as a pitcher, it's I mean 'cause HEI pulled it up with Leah the last every season he's been in it, and that's been a pain because he covers basically the entire. Like, there's no ground ball hits against her, especially. I mean, maybe at big city there will be because of the random bounces, but if he had like Jay at Ekman, then you're good luck getting on base off any weak tricklers.
yeah, if you had Jay on the mound and Caffey at catcher, good luck with your grounders.
Exactly. But yeah, he's definitely he's gonna take advantage of those random bounces at that field for sure. He's got, six, 7 speed or better, so definitely gonna be taking advantage of that. Yeah, I expect him to be on the leaderboard for triples, and he's gonna have a few inside the park homers there, no doubt.
S5 meta is not Leah. Uh, I'll believe that when I see it. Um, you're just trying to convince us all that you're not going to try to trade for Leah Wayne again. So you are not fooling anyone by saying this. So you're just trying to make us. You're just trying to play some mind games. But yeah, this is. I think, like you said, this is a very personal team, and well, another team that a little bit lower on the power, but pretty well rounded and trying to take advantage of some of the bounces at big city stadium. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next up, we got Schwilly and the St. Louis Cardinals at TCA, like you mentioned. You got Julie Dunkel, Vlad, Stan Olison, Courtney Valentino, Karen Donato, Whitney Singh, Chucky Flinder, Tracy Hoban, and Jack Joseph. Now, I know Chucky's a solid late round pick, but in the seventh round, that seems a little bit early.
Wait, yeah, because that's a is that a Diana Hayes, one of those four Weber clones?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because they're what round usually. Wait, haven't they been round 9?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I mean, he had a little bit of a down year last season, but he was one of the many, I guess you could say, that kind of got caught off guard with the meta change. So like he was, and Jose was just he wasn't the Jose of old of where he had that absolute insane. That probably won't ever be duplicated. I mean, maybe now with the power change, but I mean, curious to see how if anything gets close to that again. But that was definitely incredible with Jose before. But yeah, it was not to be for him last season at Cement.
Yeah,
But yeah,
no Jose, so that's I don't know. No Jose and no Angela. Shirley, what are you doing? This team is trash.
wait, was the trying to think when was the earliest he had Angela? Was that round 2?
Or something. It was something. It was round two or round three.
He made it to the World Series though, so it's like, well, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean. Diana Cologne or Chucky in the round 7. I mean, I've seen him in some scrims. I think he was rusty that first one, but I saw one live like a week ago or so. It was ultra sweaty scrim at Parks, and it was the first one was a complete like slugfest, 7-6 like the second inning, and then the next game was 1-1 for like over half the game. Actually, there was like 1-1 to extras. I think it was absolutely insane. So yeah, to do that at Parks with like lead teams now is pretty baller. So yeah, if he's a coach that can pull off with a pretty early around 7 pick there, he's definitely want to do it. And yeah, your other hitters are gonna kind of bail out for any kind of like early picks later on. So he's just gonna mash some, get some truck shots, and he'll be all right.
Yeah, the first 5 picks is where the real offense is going to come from, and then the last um the last 4 picks are either pitching or defense.
Yeah, and then yeah, defense with the Tracy catcher there, and then
Hmm.
I know Killer Bats had Zach before. I think what like right field maybe or second base. I guess he could put. He was the weakest arm. I guess he could put Jack at center field there, TCA with the 19 arm, kind of hide him.
Yeah,
You're not
I
not.
actually do like this team at TCA because you got a bunch of like 80 power bats that can hit the wall,
Oh, yep,
and you
yep,
got
yep,
you got
exactly.
some pretty decent speed. I know I see HC is talking bad about Courtney, but I think Courtney is great value for round 4.
What you got against Courtney HC? I don't know. I don't think if I mean, that's another blonde for you. You got to try to trade for.
Oh no, you got to trade for Tracy. That's a late round
Yeah,
pick.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
blonde.
Round 8. There you go.
So
Yeah, I'm curious what that beef is.
Tracy's on my list, and then okay. There you go. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, he did mention this earlier. Yeah,
So
I remember him mentioning Nan. Yeah. Well, there's 7 out of the 9 right there.
yeah. Um. Oh, we got Machiko and Olive from Killer Bat. There you go. That's where you can get some more blondes that are late round picks. Uh,
Yeah, right.
so yeah, Killer
Next,
Bat had a great game in um week 1, scoring 19 runs. I guess we'll have to see what he can put up against Personism. Um, see if he can keep up with that pace for the rest of the season. You got Zenon, Juan Gonzalez, Frank Thomas, Rachel Oblena, Nikki Winston, Jacinda Smith, Betty Houston, Olive Hussein, and Machiko Adachi. So, what do you expect? A lot of power
oh man.
bats.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be some bombs. There's gonna be some long, slow trots around the bases. That's for sure. Yeah, if you put up 19 at playground, then have fun there, Nizzle. Hopefully, um, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I see he's brought the Frank back. Uh, now the old Juan Gonzalez.
Yeah.
It's an instant classic now.
Yeah.
That's a not non prototypical killer bat pick, but that's gonna help the defense there secure that. As it's good to get that as a solid pro choice. round, so
Yeah,
kind of drifted from his norm there, but he kept it. He certainly kept on the kept on his killer bat ways with the rest of the draft.
yeah. Juan is a good defensive piece. So is Nikki and Machiko for arms. Jacinda is a great first base and got
Yeah,
one of the top pitchers in Frank. So um, he has a few defensive pieces. All is a solid outfielder. I guess the one thing is that um, you don't have many outfielders other than Olive. So this team is pretty slow.
yeah. I was good. Just about no. I just noticed that with the Betty Houston there. I was like, oh, he's got Frank and Betty Houston. That's a little interesting. And he's just going for the straight power. But I mean, yeah. I mean, Frank's not going to get. He's got the 100 stand, so you're not going to really need to sub him out a whole lot, ideally. But yeah, that was a little interesting with the Frank and Betty. But there's another one I think that has maybe that's another league. They went to I think that's the lower down league. They went to Angela and Betty or something like that.
Yeah, I
So
think I thought
there's
the one
always
thing that I think if Killer Bet has to play at cement or like dirt
and
yards, I think that someone might be able to take advantage of this.
let's see the I'm checking the standings here. It shows the okay yeah there oh he does wait, no, let's see oh yeah he does have two cement in the league with the two yeah with Epstein and Stay Safe they both went cement so if he gets two away games that would be interesting to watch for sure.
Oh yeah, Epstein versus Killer Bet. That is the polar opposite teams.
And that is the and that's at a that's going to be a cement game.
Yeah,
Oh, good, yeah, that will
I
be
I
yeah.
th-
That's got two
that
teams.
game we definitely need to have on the Switch channel.
Yeah, that's pretty much the ultimate meta test right there. See how they both do with the like at that park, and see how FC can rattle them a little bit with the shape shifting outfield he's gonna have to make
Yeah,
something work.
yeah, but I think we all know what Killer Bat's planning on doing, and so far so good for Killer Bat. Next
Yep.
up, we got Rajas playing at Steel Stadium. Had a tough loss to HC. Got Steel Stadium, got Sammy Sosa, Sophie Meyer, Zoe Mallory, Tanya Uchida, Petra Chekhov, Vicky Kawaguchi, Perry Marks, Kurt Schilling, and Heather Quinn. This team is all over the place after Sammy and Sophie Meyer. Um,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
kind of just
absolutely.
a bunch of random players, and okay, here, go have fun.
Yeah, he's just putting something together. It looked like he wasn't quite sold on the park making this team. But I mean, he's a good solid coach. He can make it work. I'm not a fan of Vicky, especially at Steel. I'm trying to want her. I mean, defensively, yeah, she's going to be good. But I like offensively, I kind of want her more bouncy part just so she can, be a little more productive offensively. But I mean, and he obviously had to bring his all star Petra back. I mean, that girl hit a inside the park homer for him last season at Ekman of all places. So if you do that, you gotta bring her back.
I do think I think he should try to trade Perry for Angela.
Yeah, you could do that.
The
Um,
other one that did really well with Angela.
oh, Raza, was that earlier? Like before I joined the leagues and stuff, when
Yeah,
Rajaz had
yeah, that
Angela.
was Yeah, Raja's had some
early days.
yeah, really good seasons with Angela.
Oh yeah, because he was it the what runner up twice or something in the first
Yeah,
two
he's a runner
seasons?
up for both seasons 0 and season 1.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Wasn't sure he had. Didn't know he had Angela. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You there's more power there, so you, yeah, definitely could try for that. Harry's, I mean, he's just got the might be a tough sell with the just the slow ball. Basically, he's got mediocre heat. Um, that's about it for pitching. It'd be a you might have to do a double trade there if you really want to bring Angela back.
Yeah, because Perry Marks is Ivan King with homers.
Yeah, yeah, that's basically it.
So so I do like Perry, but yeah, this team just has a kind of like Tanya's solid with the 100 contact. Petra's
Yeah,
good with the
I
power.
do.
I don't mind Kurt in this meta with an eighth round pick. Um, and Heather's kind of
Yeah, that
just there.
yeah, just any old around nine will do.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I think you're right though with the Kurt. I think this meta now that having those all those four pitch mix is definitely better now than it was before. More incentives now because last season people were like really didn't care for throwing different pitches. Just spam the slow ball. But so yeah, I think the Kurt with the four pitch mix is good. It's let's see, 57 stand. I mean, yeah, he's just gonna get away from TCA, and I think I think Kurt's gonna go back to doing what he does best. I think he's gonna have a respectable year with him, and he's got. Let's see what he's got. I guess let's see. Yeah, Heather can throw some back as a backup. Petra has some. I've never used Tanya, but it looks like she has two pitches if Kurt ever gets into one again. But yeah, I did like having. I really do like having that 100 contact bat in Uchida. I had her the last two seasons, so I just got Unger instead now. So we'll see how he does for me. Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't
think
care for that
Sophie's gonna
field.
be one that has is gonna be doing some pitching.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's the other backup. He's gonna have to have someone else filling at first base there for when she comes in.
I mean, Kurt can play first base.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. He can just straight swap them there. That is true. That's a good point. Yeah, not a real fan of Uchida there at Steel. I kind of like her having those random bounces too with the 100 contact, but with the power boost now, maybe she'll run into a few like center field or something, or maybe put some in the
Now,
pool.
Tanya, you're hoping for the hit it down the line and get it that glitchy homer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just some pull shots,
Yeah,
either pull them down or hit one oppo down the right field line. Yeah,
yeah. Not my favorite draft, but Rodgers is a good player, so we'll see if he can make it work.
yeah. He's always in that playoff contention.
And next up, we got Lil Waz playing at Big City Stadium. Uh, Looks like we just had a result between 8C. It's a couple tough losses for Lil Waz uh, early on in the season. We got Zena From, Larry Walker, Francesca Whitaker, Jason Kendall, Pudge, Nancy Chin, Melissa Waters, Gail Weinman, and Luann Louie.
Yeah, I know. Mentioned that He's just had some really painful, just like he said, like he's wondered if some glitch in his computer where he's got the previous meta still. He's just not getting the. I don't know if the timing's not figured out or what, because he says like Xena is just popping up all the time, and he's getting some warning track outs, and he's just had some brutal. as CRK would say, RNG. just that brutal RNG, man. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna figure it out. I have no doubt. He's always he's I ran I've been working on a little bit of a project of the coaching season stats the past few seasons, and for last season, he's as of right now he's got the lowest strikeout rate, so that's gonna go a long ways. And that if you don't strike much, you're gonna wear some pitchers down, and especially against teams that don't have much pitching depth. That's gonna go. That's gonna be huge. Definitely gonna be able to take advantage of that if you just you know read the ball well, track the pitches, and lay off those tough ones, and just like don't strike out. You're gonna find success as you work your way through whatever timing issues or whatever is going on. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, you keep that up. You're gonna find your way back.
Yeah, this team is interesting because you got Xena, who is basically a strictly offensive player, but then you got some more well-rounded picks within the next four. Um, you got Nancy,
Mm-hmm.
that is a Sally clone. Um, can pitch and has 75 power, is decent. And you
Yeah,
got Melissa Waters, you got the Giambi clone, you got a Steph clone, and you got Luann Louis. Um,
round 9. Wow.
I don't think that was round nine. I think that there must have been some trades here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's definitely well rounded. I think
Nancy
you could say maybe.
is not directly Sally, but she's based off of Sally.
Yeah, with the one contact
Yeah.
kind of gives that away. There's similarity there, but
So I mean, it's the same thing. Like um, Nancy Chin. It's not Tom Glass. Omar, Nancy Omar.
yeah, Omar, yeah, right,
Um, Colleen and Chad are all based off of Sally with the one contact.
right, yeah. And I do. I know. Let's see. I guess he been starting Nancy. I think I was gonna say I love Pudge as a starter. He's super. He's got that like deceptive release point, and people don't see him pitch that much. So like, he's really tricky. So like, I'm a big fan of starting him if Nancy's struggling or whatever. But like, then again, you kind of don't want Luann on the field, so
Yeah.
you might. I know you don't want to waste drain her speed though either. That's the thing with her because she's got what 55 stam. So like if you if you drain her speed, then she's completely useless after that. So it's kind of tricky. Like where do you put Luann? If you don't want to start her because you don't want to you know waste her speed early on. So it's just like second base, right field. What do you do with her? Um, but yeah, so he's got some different starter options if you want to mix and match, try different stuff, but see what works.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
don't mind having Pudge start because you got Larry that can play catcher.
yeah, exactly. And height, when you have the option for height for catcher, especially at a bouncy park, I like him. I like him at catcher in case there's like a close play at the plate, like overthrow Pudge,
Yeah.
and so if like I'd probably lean Pudge third base maybe over catcher just for that reason, just in case there is a game deciding play at home at
Yeah.
some point. Because that would be absolute that would suck if they lost the game because of a short catcher.
Yeah, I
but
guess the one thing is that I think actually though I think you gotta
height in the outfield too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you kind of have to figure out your outfield because you have a lot of players that kind of are like infielders
yeah.
or
I mean, you got
pitchers.
right.
So
You
I
got
think you gotta
Kendall for
do Luann in the outfield with Francesca and Gale or something,
let's see what's their eyes.
or
They
unless
got yeah, man.
Kendall is in the
Yeah,
outfield.
yeah. You probably at least need one. Like maybe Kendall could be center field just because he's got the 81 eye and he's got 3 height. So I kind of I prefer having height and eye in the premier position instead of like over speed and a mediocre eye. And like 2 height, like I kind of want my heights um, like left and center,
Uh huh.
ideally, if you have that option. But yeah, so it's just and like honestly, like I got away with Brett at catcher, like, like last season. So like you don't absolutely have to have like a 100 arm catcher either. So like I know outfield's definitely going to be prime. You're going to want your reliable, height eye combos there, reasonable speed. So like maybe Larry left field, Kendall center field, or something like that. If you don't have Larry at catcher.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing that I'm seeing is this team is like average to slow on when it comes to speed.
Yeah,
So this team could use other than Luan, they don't have any other. Luan's an 8, but other than that, it's there's a few sixes.
yeah. So, I mean, sixes are fine.
Yeah,
It's just, and he's only got the 1-4. He's got let's see how many fives. He's got like two. I mean, Zenin. I mean, that's just Zena. That's just ideally, just match homers where they don't have to worry about that 5 speed. So, but kind of look over that. But so like Pudge, and if he pitches, he's gonna be slower than 5. But so yeah, just 3 slows, and then yeah, basically mediocre average after that. Yeah, but I mean, he's got. I think he's gonna figure out the offense, and he's always been a pretty, he's definitely a good pitching and defense coach. So he's gonna do well there. He's just get the timing figured out or whatever it's going. I'm not sure. I might have to watch some streams see if I can help him out there, but he'll figure it out. I'm sure. Pretty soon. I mean, he won the junior league a couple seasons ago, so he knows what he's doing.
yeah, for sure. Next up, we got G Slim and the Blue Jays playing at Ekman Acres. Got Cheryl Reynolds, Faye Dawson, Beatty, Yvonne Carter, Dimitri, Kimmy, Ekman, Artie Pimbleton, Mary Riley, and Olga Tollefson. So I did play against this team. Thought it
Yeah,
was pretty solid. I think obviously you're gonna be better at Ekman Acres because of Kimmy getting boosted. Um,
right, right. Yeah, this is. I think this is. Someone else mentioned this too. I forget who. Maybe 2 or 3 different people, but this. I would have to agree. This is one of my favorite looking teams. It's kind of. I know Slim and I in the RBBL, like for my first rookie season, he kind of helped me out. I think it was him and Wizard. They kind of, and other people too, but like they initially started helping me out, like kind of like tossing ideas, and then I found out like Slim and I draft pretty similarly. Like we we were we were like eyeing the same players, like all drafts. The first RBBL season, and then so now that he's in the Humongous League, it's pretty balanced. It's really it's a really solid build. I'm a fan of it for sure. He got the one of the top 4 pitchers too, so that's gonna go a long ways at Ekman.
yeah, you got one of the top pitchers, one of the top catching options and power options, and Cheryl. Uh, Dimitri is really solid for online.
Round
Faye's really good defensive piece. Artie is the Maria clones are underrated, I think, in both leagues.
you said who?
The Maria clones, Artie and
Yeah,
Arlene.
right.
They're really
Yeah,
solid late round value. Um, yeah, Mary Riley also has the 100 arm strength as well. So you got
yeah. Nobody's
some
doing.
arms. Then in your round nine, you got some good speed in Olga there that can get on base with the speed. So this team is really well rounded, and I think Schlim will do pretty good with this team.
Yeah, and getting Beatty in round three instead of round two. Like I got Pelham in round two. I think one or two others got a pitcher in round two. So that definitely it's definitely huge there for him with that helped get that helped snag Faye round two, and Faye's definitely better than Juan. So he's gonna have a I expect her to do big things for him there.
Yeah, for sure. And then last up, we got Say Safe and the Mighty Melonheads. Uh, Impressive win beating Epstein at Cement
Yeah,
Gardens. So
absolutely. Right.
that's really impressive. You got Susan Gore, Claudia Villarta, Alicia Blakely, Chipper Jones, Ezra Travolta, Ramona Bennett, Omar Stefano, Rosanna Phelps, and Linda Potter. Um,
Yeah, that trade seemed to maybe that trade was what put him over the edge right there. I forget who it was with. It was like one of the last trades I think. It was like I think you got the Larkin clone and Chipper in the trade. I forgot who he traded away now, but I know he got those two last like last day of the of the trade period, I think. So that was maybe a clutch move right there for him.
yeah, the one thing that's a little bit interesting is Griffey at Cement isn't necessarily the best fit. Um,
Yeah,
but it's it's the one real real power bat that he has. So uh,
yeah,
that's always nice, especially because you're gonna play some road games too.
yep,
Um, yeah, Chipper, Blakely, and Viarta are all solid. You got Ezra, great arm for
yep,
catcher. Ramona and Omar are probably going to be doing the majority of the pitching. Um,
yeah,
with maybe Rosanna and Linda filling in. Probably Linda
yeah. It looks like
filling in as the third pitcher.
yeah. I was gonna say Ramona's gonna. Ramona was rough last season. I mean, she was good. She was very good. It was just definitely a lot of big time sweat games with her. But it's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot tougher for her. But I do like the Omar. That's a definitely much better duo there. So I think that's going to be really good, really solid form there with the two basically starters. You could uh, start whoever you feel better using. I'm not sure who he started. And did you see the Epstein game?
I did not.
Like I didn't either. I'm not sure who he started, but you could do like both for 3 innings, maybe. Hopefully, Ramona can last. Usually she's good for at least two or three. So yeah, if you get her through three, then you can finish with Omar or vice versa. I know she's not she's not a good fielder, so you may just want to start her, but see how long she can go. But yeah, so that's definitely nice having that good solid backup pitcher.
Yeah, that I think this is a solid defense team, and it got a little bit. Actually, it's pretty. It is pretty slow for a cement
Man, yeah,
team.
yeah, because he just has the 1.7 speed, and then at least he doesn't have any fours. And so he's got the 1.7, and he's got the two or 3.5. So I mean, but Alicia with cement last season, we saw how far she went. So she's gonna ideally she's gonna be better with the better bat improvement now too. So yeah, maybe he's just gonna get the nice brick shots, and then he's not gonna have to worry too much about the slower ish cement team. But it's not anything horrendous at least. So I think we'll see how he does. I mean, he's started off strong. It's always curious to see how many like low scoring games there are going to be this season now. How much Epstein and him can go like, yeah, we're going to keep these at 2 to 3 run games. see how many of those they can pull off this season's going to be. Let me looking forward to tune in. See.
Yeah, yeah. The real they're gonna be tested against some of the higher scoring offenses um,
Yeah,
in this division, but yeah. So there is a lot of parity as far as the build, which I like. And it'll
yeah,
be interesting to see kind of which kind of style and strategy prevails.
yeah. And I think one other note on Dave, I think this guy was the one that said he's only had like he's only played like 10 online games or something before the gauntlet maybe, or I can't remember what it was, but it was. I think he's one of the coaches with like the less amount of experience. So that's a good solid build for his first, for being relatively new.
Yeah, that is true. Contrasting with someone that doesn't have much experience to someone that has arguably the most experience in Loba. Moving on to the other league, Loba, big shock playing at Dirt Yards. Got Henri Deschennes, Maynard, Anna Gaudreau, Maya Woodruff, Frankie Holly, Adam Van Doren, Mike Piazza, Dominic Hoskins, and Vanessa Goodman. Um,
You
you
mean
got Henri. You could not get Caffey, so he had to get Maynard.
yeah, he's had it Maynard and RBL before. I'm not sure if I mean he's played five. What this is sixth season now. So he's probably had Maynard at some point online, but
Trash can team.
what?
No, no. This is not the Astros. Um, Lobos has never had Maynard before.
Oh, like online. Oh, so he's in the Twitch right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess it was just last season and RBL. I think it was last season or this season. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't remember, but no, I know Lobo really likes Caffey, and Maynard is doesn't have the arm that Caffey does, but has the speed
Yeah,
and
right.
kind of the similar batting style to Caffey. So gets those ground balls, get those funky bounces, gets on
Yep.
base for some of
Yeah.
the bigger hitters, if Anna, Maya, Frankie, and Pizza Man.
Yeah, he's got some RBI producers there. Those middle rounders right there for sure. He's gonna. I don't know what happened with the 14 hits and no runs. I'm not sure what kind of magic Elman had to pull a Houdini act all game for that. But yeah, definitely we're not going to see that. Don't expect to be seeing that the rest of the season. So just get that one out of the way, and he'll be right back in it.
Yeah, Dominic Hoskins in round 8 is one of the um has 4 pitches and
Yeah,
decent bat and decent arm for the late rounders. I think that's a really solid pick.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Round
Now
eight, yeah,
I typically hate Adam Van Doren, but Loba's the one coach that uh I see that pick and it was like, yep, that's a good pick, but only that's because it's Loba. If it's anyone else, it's absolutely trash. Um, and Vanessa Goodman's an interesting choice for the last pick.
yeah. Is that who's that a clone of again? Is that another one of those?
I think
No,
it's
that's not.
pretty close to Peter.
Yeah, 60, 65 power bat. Yeah, that could be the. Yeah, it does seem pretty close. Just a little faster, I guess. No, no, that's the I. No, yeah, 6 feet. Yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
worse arm. A little bit better pitching variety, but not
yeah,
the the force stamina.
yeah. The fourth down. That's what I say. Yeah, that's. Let's see how what's he gonna be for. Just a few pitches in there.
Yeah,
Get
this
that
team
round on
has
value.
a few players that don't have much stamina. Two
Yeah, I
players have
think.
4 stamina. Anna has 10 stamina.
Right.
Adam
Yeah.
has Adam and Dominic have 38 stam.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember seeing mentioned after some scrims early on. I'm not sure about recently, but I think early on as they figuring the team out, he was having some issues with his stand. It was pretty low. 4 of them, like they said, like half his team was drained within the first few innings. So I think he's just going to tone down on some of the sprinting or whatever, and um, he's going to be a little more cautious. I think with that kind of a team, he might. We'll see if he pulls some trays at the deadline, but if it's working for him, then he might just keep it. But I know he's definitely probably he's gonna be one that's selling the pizza man because that was not a good showing the first game. He's like trolled four balls the first base or something ridiculous.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm sure Loba's gonna do fine and gonna bounce back from that. And
Yeah.
next up, we got your team freak show. So why don't you talk about your team?
All right, yeah. So yeah, I reached a little for, but it was a decision that had to be made. I had to bring the MVP back. I had no choice. I couldn't say, you know what, screw you, Derek. I had to see with the
Wait. You just said the MVP was Derek.
yeah last season, yeah, or the silver, yeah, he was MVP. Yeah, Benson was the Silver Slugger.
Wait.
Yeah, so
I can't believe you're saying that right now. No more. I'm sorry. Freak show
he
likes.
should have. Nomar should have won it season 3. Oh, that was brutal. He got some votes, I think second place or whatever. But I know. I think Frank got more first place votes. But yeah, it was he got snubbed. But yeah, so
Nomar is
yeah,
the
that was.
MVP in your heart.
Oh yeah, always, yeah, absolutely. He had a down year last season, but Cement was he was not a fan of Cement, so I kind of partially parted ways from there. He liked the. I know he started off real great a couple seasons ago at the alley. So, and my thing was just like I saw that I drafted like really no like major holes, like as far as like there's no like obnoxiously pathetic bats that aren't going to do anything at all. So I'm like, well, I mean, shoot, if there's some teams that it's going to have, they're going to have some. they're gonna have some weak bats. But if I've got a team not full of nine that can hit the wall, then you can just keep that train going if you get the pitches and hit them. But yeah, so I started off with Jeter. I made the bold move of taking him over Chico. But I saw where my draft slots were, and I knew height and arms and all that we're gonna go fast. And I was like, shoot, if I don't get a center fielder later, even if like for road games, I'm big on you gotta draft for the road as well too. So like center field, you gotta have a good outfield this minute still. So I was like, I need someone that can be there at least. So it worked out because I was right. I ended up like hype went fast. I had a freaking alt for Ingrid has to be stuck at first base because the first base got all snatched up too. Um, so I had to draft for the prime positions early on. So I got Jeter, had to bring back the MVP, go for. I didn't want to freak out about not having pitching depth later, so I was just like, well, worst case scenario, Randy's just going to be trade bait if I don't get pitching later, just get something now. Don't have to worry about that later. Then, and of course, Nomar. Then I went for that 100 contact again, Unger, and then I had to get a first base. I had to get another height there. I was going to go for Liz Kinghorn again, but she kind of had a down year last season. I wasn't able to pull off the season you had with her. You were pretty good with Liz the season before, I remember. But so I went for the height over the speed there, just in case I didn't get height later, and I didn't. So it was a good move. And somehow Joella dropped 40. I think that was a miracle. I needed that. I needed that bat desperately. Um, then I got the Arlene, the Artie clone there, as you mentioned earlier, was solid. Kind of overlooked player. People don't like, undervalued or whatever. Then the foul ball king Chad, um, and Andres, the MVP of Game One, Round Nine, had the uh, had the four RBI double. It was a three RBI double and four RBI total in the game. So I'll take that for Game One for a Round Nine.
Yeah, the Ekman clone.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was pleasantly surprised to have not a complete Garbo round nine. Like it's 7-2 bat. Like I'll take it. It's got arm for third base. That was the last position I needed to fill. So like, all right, go out there and play. Yeah, that was just my approach. Just don't have any like major holes. I know I've had those previous seasons. Like I had like defensive specialists or whatever, like Brett and Vic that were, you know, there's two easy outs right there. And then I know like season two had Ricky. Let's see. Like I had like the bottom four were like they weren't gonna do anything offensively. So I was just trying to like get to draft some players that can hit the wall, get some truck shots there. That was just that was my strat going in.
Yeah, I think yeah, this definitely seems like a team you would draft.
Yeah, it's not as top heavy dominant as last season. I wasn't in the didn't quite get the draft slot for it, but I kind of had some HDI and I had some rough draft choices. But yeah, we'll see what we can do with our teams.
Yep. Next up, we got Andrew Pays playing at Big City Stadium. Went for the risk and drafted Pablo. Uh, Fred Benson. You got the Webbers, which I don't know if that was a trade or not. Um, think it was a trade. Libby Futterman, Trent Sizemore, Tina Herrera, Brett Olson, and Catherine Asher. Now, you were just mentioning how like your last four picks were like defensive specialists. This is exactly that.
Yeah, I just yeah, that's poor timing there for and you. Oh man, but yeah, it's had a had a rough one the last. It was a really tough way to go out because he kept it close all game and then just had some tough hops and they weren't even to Pablo. I think yeah it was Brett left field. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, you would think with the 100 cord he's gonna catch like everything out there, but I don't know what it is. But Brett's he's not the outfielder you think he is. I mean, he might be able to figure it out with him and he's gonna catch, but I hopefully. But yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. He's another one of those guys that's tough to strike out. I think that's gonna go a long ways in this meta now with the just drain some stam. Just like don't get them juice. Just foul off pitches and then I guess I think the one thing he's just gonna work on is just those random bounces and stuff in his part. And I think he's gonna do good. He's gonna. I think him and Lil Waz are both they're both pretty similar. They're good. Definitely really skilled coaches. They're gonna put it together.
Yeah, I don't necessarily really like this team, but we'll see if Pablo can hit some home runs and lead this team.
Yeah, Pablo, Fred, they got to step up. Just mashed a few out, and the Weber the Weber twins are they got some gapper. They can probably run into a couple homers maybe, but yeah, solid. You may just have to just do the Weber twins left field, center field, just for outfield's gonna be pretty important there. So he may just have to try that. Just have like Tina and Trent in the infield, and Brett wherever, maybe right field or put Brett in the. Sure, I mean I had him at catcher, but ideally you're not gonna have him there. But um, yeah, so it, it's going to be rough with the weak bats there at the end. But if he just plays his game, he's gonna. I think he can. I think he'd still do well. He's definitely gonna be fighting for a spot. Um, no doubt about that.
Yeah, this next team definitely does not have to worry about offense. In Manitude, you playing at Parks, you got Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, Joan May, Mr. Clanky, Fabian Callahan, Holly Franklin, Ronnie Dobbs, Esther Franch, and Victoria Schamberg.
The Queen leading the way. Oh man, yeah. This is Slugfest. This is a Homer or bust. This is shoot, what was that 16-run game? That's a way to make a statement early on. That's for sure. Bash Bros going at. I think Mark actually didn't have a homer, so that's kind of scary because Joan kind of took over for what, 3, right? And so yeah, wasn't Joan like she hit the wall or something? She was like a pixel away from her. What would that would that have been a record for the online for 4 in a game?
I don't remember. It could be.
Yeah, might be. You have to find that out. This might know, but yeah. So that's just insane. Though three homers in a game, and then what seven probably at least 7 total, 7 or 8.
I would not surprise me if Schwilly hit 4 homers if Canseco.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. He definitely could have. I'll have to.
I
I'll have
mean
to
that would be my one of my guesses if you.
yeah, yeah, or maybe Zen on or something. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
This
this
is
this team is definitely trying to hit homers with 400 power bats.
Yeah, Matt stole them all. And he's not trading any away. He's going. I know he's going for another at the deadline
Yeah,
to try.
he's trying to get rid of Clanky.
Yeah, so clanky for 100 power ball. Oh man, yeah. And that meme pick he made of his team was, oh man, that was legend. The hair salads on their heads. I don't know if you saw his
Yeah,
post of that.
yeah. And
Yeah, that was.
if you didn't notice the all the generics are the same face.
Yep, all the same. So he's got five of those. He just needs I mean, he needs another one or another 100 power bat, either or both. Somehow pull it off.
Needs to get rid of Clanky and Ronnie.
Ronnie,
Ronnie's just kind of there.
he's just smashed in, fixed right in the middle area.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's just yeah. I'm definitely not looking forward to playing that team at Park Week 10. I can tell you that right now. Just hope to scrap a few against that defense and stay in it. But yeah, I think I might just take Randy out. Just don't mess with his ERA. Might just not even pick Randy that game. Say screw it. Throw someone else to the wolves.
Just intentionally walk all four of them.
All four. Just have it auto run and then pitch to 100 with bases loaded.
Yeah. Do the Barry
Um,
Bonds.
yeah, walk in a run.
Yeah. So this is definitely. I I I think Matt's a good player, so they're gonna win a bunch. They're gonna win some games and make the playoffs probably. But as far as
Oh
like
yeah.
the fun factor and like just seeing like
Oh
how this team, this is one of the top teams.
yeah. This is an absolute. You gotta tune in. You don't miss. So sadly, I missed the first one, but oh man, yeah, this is a must see. This is like this blows the scale of fun factor. it's this is a pretty historic team. I'll say that.
Yeah, so we'll see how Matt does. Next up, we got Orlando Stars playing at Parks and the Houston Astros. You got Sally Dobbs, Ahmed Khan, Brenda Markart, Tony Novacchio, Billie Jean Blackwood, Amir Khan, Marky Dubois, Serena DeMonte, and Murray Goldman. So you're trying to get a bunch of boosts, is what I see here.
Yep, it's like he's going for the trying to pull off. Who had that last? Was that Scatty that had that?
Yeah, Scatty
I think
did something similar.
except I think yeah, I think he had the Webbers, but yeah, he's basically doing that without him. Just doing doing the other three or two combos, three combos instead. Yeah, that is very interesting draft there. That was yeah, it's kind of helped. We'll see how it goes. It helped Loba get a bat there with the uh, taking taking Marky before before Billy for his girl, but that was definitely definitely something to take note of for next season. You got to make sure you take take gotta take the girl there first because that helped get someone else round five value in round seven.
Yeah, you I guess Serena and Murray, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a rough final two there. They're both yeah yeah. You might as well. There's got to be that spells drop one of them to me. You don't need two
or trade.
Uh, yeah, drop or trade. Somebody's gonna want a 100 arm. So yeah, it's kind of like you don't really need two catchers there. I mean Murray's got 54 that, so like I guess not total garbage, but like one of them's gonna be third base. I mean he's got Tony too. Though he's got three 100 arms. So yeah, that's like yeah, that spells trade.
Yeah, it's all either it's all backyard kids and then the Nomar clone for the first
Yeah,
7 picks, and then you
yeah,
got 100 arm.
yeah. Last two, yeah,
So I
they do.
think this was more of a I want to have fun team.
Yeah, this
Th-
is just go for the extra buffs and the extra boost meta and see what happens.
yeah.
Trying to
So
outdo Daddy.
it'll definitely be interesting to see. I know Orlando's a good player, but I'm wondering if Orlando just wanted to have a little bit more fun with his draft here and see what happens.
Yeah, it looked that way. Yeah,
And next up, we got the White Wombats and Hines. Now, this is kind of an interesting color scheme right here. I don't know. You'll have to check me on this, but I don't know if they have a pink ketchup.
yeah. It looks like I don't know, purpley looking white wombat.
So you got Kenny Lofton, Cal, Vargas, Mandy Coolidge, Jeremy Burnett, Horace Young, Ruth Prout, Terry Vega, and Ryan Vanderhook.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid alley build. I know we were both originally planning on going there, and I almost opted away, but then went back there too. So we kept our little tin can alliance going there. But yeah, it's a good. I know he mentioned something he might try with his team. I think he said he's gonna try. Who was it? Or it's the Dimitri clone. And he's not three height, but it's tin can. So like if you overthrow first base, then it's not like huge there because you got the little.
Oh, you just got muted for some reason. Uh, okay. So you got yeah, good speed in Kenny, and got Kyle Ripken's a really good all around player, and then you got the Mandy with the boost, make 100 stam for Mandy. So that's really good. Jeremy's really good at first base. Horace can hit the wall. Jeremy can hit the ball. Mandy and Vargas can hit the wall. Roof, Cal, and Kenny can get on base. Terry can hit the wall. Um, I guess yeah, Vanderhook's probably playing catcher unless yeah Vanderhook's probably playing catcher. But then again, yeah, if the one thing would be if Mandy runs out of if Mandy gets a little bit tired, then not too many options for backup pitcher because you don't really want to have Kenny pitch. And only other real main option is Vanderhook. Um, but yeah, I think that is going to be the interesting thing here is Mandy's going to have to take the. You're going to have to hope Mandy can pitch the entire game, and with the 100 stamp and the 100 heat, and there's a good chance that that happens. Uh, Hines won 7-2 over Evan in week 1, so that was a good start to the season for Hines. And at TC, I think this team has a good enough of the mid 70s to mid 80s power bats um or power rating to be able to do that. Next up, we got Evan, who played Hines in week 1 at Cement Gardens. You got Mondesi, Larkin, K.O. Toole, Star Moonbeam, Lena Ang, Sheila Basanti, Lorelai Akaye, Diana Hayes, and Mickey O'Connor. So this team definitely going with the speed defense build for Cement Gardens right there. Um, Mondesi, Larkin, K off with really good arm average power, really good arms. Star really good speed. Sheila good speed. Lorelai decent speed. Um, and then Mickey for round 9, you got 80 power and you got a little bit of backup pitching. So you can get some pitching with Lorelai and Diana. Um, so Diana's definitely probably going to be the number 1 pitcher, and then Mickey and Lorelai trying to close them out. Um, Definitely seems like a really good Cement Gardens team, but could possibly get into some issues with scoring runs, and not everyone can pitch well with the Weber clones, so we'll see if that is something that continues as far as giving up runs. Next up, we got Dr. Packer and the Cubs playing at Steel Stadium. Beat Orlando Stars 5-3. You got Leo Wayne, Debbie Nagasawa, Lance Lambert, Jorge Dante, Gary Allen, Vincent Sweet, Colleen Clinker, and Mariano Roth. Cubs definitely are trying to hit some homers at Steel. That is definitely trying to. That's definitely the goal here. If Leah, Debbie, Lance, Gary, Mariana at 80 power can definitely hits, and Jorge can hit some home runs here.
Oh, okay, there we go. You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, that was weird. I don't know what happened there. It just shut off or something. That's strange.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear you at first, and then I figured that something happened, so I just kept going. So I don't know if you wanted to had anything to say about Evan's team.
No, I think you kind of covered everything I was going to say there about the speed and the arms, and I think he's going to. And I know you mentioned about not everyone's good with Diana. I know he's had some decent success with her before. I think he started Angel originally last season, and then if that's who he had, I think it was. But then he realized, oh, Diana's better overall because she can get the ball to the field. Yeah, I think he just got grounded to death with the slow doodle arm pitcher. But so yeah, he's got. I think the nice thing about that is he does have experience with Diana. So and I guess it's good. Mickey's a good backup there too. So can kind of just swap those in and out, and then yeah, the rest. It's got the arms, the good defense there for sure, and the speed. I think he's going to score some runs. I think just get some of those on, and then just have like Kay or Mickey drive him in or something. Lena's got a decent bat too. just get some of the speedsters on and get him in. I think you'll do all right.
Yeah, and then I was starting to talk about Dr. Pecker. A lot of power bats here at Steel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Leah, Debbie, Lance. I think Lance has been doing pretty good for him. Uh, Jorge and then Gary. Goodness, yeah. Uh, and Mariano with the 80 around nine. That's pretty good, pretty solid round nine value there. So
It looks like
yeah, it's a.
Lance hit a grand slam.
Oh wow, was that just the game one
Yeah.
recently? Oh nice. Yeah, well, I thought he was doing good for him. Carrying it over from scrims into the game.
Yeah, a little bit slower, but yeah, a lot one, two, three, four, five, six players that have five or less.
Yeah, that's over half the team. It's not. I mean, Steel. It's got that short center field. If you can like time it like middle, like medium, average timing, you might be able to get some shots to center field. So you're gonna have to hopefully not worry about as many of them on the bases. But yeah, not a big fan of Dante there at Steel, but he does need the 7 speed, so um, it can work. I think the timing meta that will help Dante. Ideally, you probably want the random bounces for Dante, but I mean it's not a terrible bat. So I think yeah, it just keeps up with Lance, and Lee is going to be scary. So he's got some bats there. So I think he just does some damage. He's not gonna have to worry about the slowness as much. Ideally,
Yeah, and Clinker can pitch, Lance can pitch, Leah can pitch, um, Mariana can pitch.
yeah, yeah. Those he's got some options there. So shouldn't be have too many blowouts with good pitcher options.
And next up, we got Scatty and the Little Fishes. Uh, Pink Maria. It's always one of the interesting things about whatever league is who drafts Pink Maria and how well that coach does. You got Pete Wheeler, Maria Luna, Barbara Jones, Samuel Middleton, Ernie Steele, Ray Tran, Nan Porter, Butch Sherrod, and George Coleman.
Yeah, that's a team right there. That's he's got some kind of. Let's see. I mean, it looks kind of like a mix and match, kind of like a Rajah's had a little bit, and he went for the Pete at Steel approach, like you last season. So, but
Yeah, the Pete at Steele was not necessarily on purpose. Just like, okay, Pete's there. Might as well take him.
right. Yeah, I think you'll Pete will it'd be better. I mean, is like I said, like we mentioned earlier about the center field. If you can just knock them. If he doesn't have some down the line shots, you can maybe get some over the fence there, center field, and just ideally have Pete. I mean, he's tall, so outfield I guess is terrible, but like I kind of like Pete third base or first base. But if he doesn't have much speed, then I know we Scotty and I swapped teams. We did a swap team scrim, and Ernie was OP in right field. Like he caught every single ball there at Steele. So so that's a sneaky right field option for him there. So I think I had Pete at first base actually. Yeah. So he's got uh, Samuel Middleton bat. That's a clutch. He's clutch. So it's he just does some damage with his first few picks, and he'll stay in some games. Just figure out positions that work best for him for his players. He's got some movable pieces.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting team, and at Steel you would think you'd have more power bats, but you don't really have. The highest power is Samuel Middleton. No, actually,
Yeah.
no, it's Maria Luna is the
Oh right. Yeah.
highest. But yeah, Maria and Samuel. That's basically close enough. Um,
Yeah.
so not a lot of power, uh, but a lot of players that are solid players. So I guess the big question is how is the fit going to go and how they're going to all put it together. So that's
Yep.
you know Pete can definitely win you some games just by himself. So
Yeah, that's true.
as
And
long as um uh Pete Wheeler doesn't run into any gun salsa, I think he'll be good.
nice. Just throw in there. Yeah, just see how Nan holds up. I know she's
Oh, okay.
potential.
This is totally random, but this would be like the most extreme plot twist ever.
What you got?
What if Wheelie Fan is purposely misspelling things on purpose just so he can be more like Pete Wheeler?
I mean, that makes sense. That's a pretty brilliant idea there. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that at all. It makes sense.
It's all part of the plan.
He's a genius. The deep down, he's a genius. Everybody knows Pete's brilliant. He's hiding it from everybody. Yeah, just see how Nan holds out. And then he's got doesn't really have too many backups. That's kind of the scary thing about this team. He's got Maria and then Ernie, I guess. Ray. I mean, you got Ray, Ramona, clone there. So I mean, maybe he can make do. But yeah, just see how it works out for him.
Yeah, I think there's enough pitching there. And next up, we got JTS and the Pirates. You got at Dirt Yards Marcellus, Shane Davis, Jeff Bagwell, Kirkos, Wendy Parsons, Liz Kinghorn. There you go, HC. There's another blonde for you. Donald Vogel, Chris Milton, and Kenny Kawaguchi. So you got a lot of speed players: Marcellus, Jane, Liz,
Yep.
Kenny. Donald has some speed. Uh,
Yeah, it's pretty well rounded um dirt uh dirt pick. He's got the two power speed combo bats, some of the best in the game for offense there. That's a never fail strategy. Just get some power and speed mix up front. He's got some arms there. The next two picks, Bags and Kendall clone there, and then Pudge clone, and then yeah, Liz is going to be good for dirt. Yeah, I mean, the last three put something together.
yeah, I think the one thing is the pitching. Um, but I think he might have to have Wendy pitch.
Yeah, I think that's the. She may not. I'm not sure. She probably got a different. I haven't seen her pitch. It's not probably not going to be the same motion and stuff as Pudge, but I'm kind of curious to see how that would be to face against. Like, if she's as tricky or deceptive or whatever to read as Pudge can be. But yeah, so that does look like a starter, and then what Chris Milton, I guess, has to. I mean, that's Milton is a. Is that another Diana clone, or is that
Yeah,
a
that's another
different?
Weber clone.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, one of the two, um, and then And then yeah, I guess I've had Marcellus uh, pitch some before in season two. He's slinging the heat. Um, Another one of those and he's got the power. So he's got low stand, but he's got the power. So it's not like he's going to complete waste if you drain him. Um, but yeah, so he's got those three at least for pitching.
Yeah, I think JTS is gonna make this team work, especially at dirt yards. Um, did pretty well in game one on the road,
Yeah.
so ooh, this is gonna be a good game against Manitude at home at dirt yards.
Oh, GTS has got
Yeah,
Matt next. Oh wow, yeah, yeah, we got to see that.
yeah, that's gonna be a good game. I definitely want to see that one. Um,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
we got
absolutely. They are.
two teams left. We got Trigatriz and the Devil Rays. Trigatriz staying with the Devil Rays. Uh, you played Trigatriz.
Yep,
Um,
yep. He's up. Yep,
a lot of runs. Another Cement Gardens team.
yep.
Don Cozart, Emily Lupel, Veronica Lee, Sean Green, Earl Abbott, Raphael Hendricks, Ernie Johnson, Ernie Johnson. uh, got basketball in my mind, I guess. Jody Palmer and Johnny Omar.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. I like that. The last pick. I was gonna have the I was gonna have the Nomar Jomar combo shortstop and third base, but Andres was still there, so I had to take the better bat. But yeah, that was
Oh,
that was
if you're gonna do that, you gotta go Nomar, Omar, Jomar.
the trade for Omar from Andrew. I think yeah, yeah. Andrew said he was gonna do that too if he'd kept Nomar and didn't trade him.
Yeah, yeah. This
yeah,
definitely seems like a really good team for Cement Gardens.
yeah. It is. I know I was helping him out a little bit with the defense there. He had Sean at I'm not sure what he had. PCA didn't really matter, but I think we had a scrimmage at cement, and Sean was shortstop, and that was that was not quite. He doesn't have the Sean's just not ready for there. Put it that way. He was kind of got ate up with some rough RNG. So he is my one concern about the team is he is a little. He's got a few weak arms for spots. Like he's got Sean Earl. I mean, Sean's good arm, but where he had him, he's gonna have some. You have to have some do some mix and match to figure it out. But yeah, yeah, Veronica. That was the other kind of mid arm there. So it's like Yana kind of got to sack one position's arm, from what I noticed. So maybe like I'm not sure. I got to help him figure that out. But I mean, he's a solid coach. He's just had some rough games in the past, but um, he's always good comp. Like he keeps games like really close all the time. So I think he's still gonna have a good year. I think he's definitely playoff. He's got that playoff contention skill.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is gonna be the pitching between Jody and Earl and Jomar.
Yeah, yeah. That's true because and well, Sean was nasty. Sean was really good at there at TCA. You could sacrifice fielding to have him in there as a pitcher. So yeah, Earl, Sean, Jody, Nomar. Yeah, he's got some enough there. Hopefully.
Yeah, and then last but not least, we got Elman, who pulled off the upset against Loba in week one. Super Colossal Dome. Got Chico Papas. Make sure you got some Dr. Pepper. Sarah Maxwell, Lisa Crockett, Angela Delvecchio. So Angela's Elman's got Angela. That's where Angela is. Jen
Yeah,
Kiley, Randy Uno, Bobby Bullgreen, Annie Frazier, and Felix Grant.
yeah. So that's the double Angela combo there, saving the best for last. Man,
Yeah,
that's
a lot of slower players because you got double Angelo who is at both are at 4 speed. Then you got Felix who also has a 4 speed.
yeah,
You got yeah Chico and Sarah have are both 7 speed, so they'll both of those are really good. Um, Lisa's a really good pitcher. You see, between Lisa and Angela are definitely the and Bobby are going to be the pitchers.
yeah. Because if like, let's see, if you don't start one of either Angela or Bobby, what are they going to be? Second base and right field? Like, I mean, it's super colossal. At least there's no like random bounces or whatever. But ideally, you'd probably want somewhere else for them. But it's just mash or die there with those. So, um, but yeah. So like, I guess let's see, who's what Lisa's. Well, you got Annie for first base probably because Lisa has a better arm for elsewhere. So um, if she's not pitching, which I'm not sure what you're gonna do. Like, what would you do? Would you start? You'd probably start one of Angela or Bobby, right?
Yeah, and then I'd put the other at second.
Yeah, and then Lisa like third base maybe with the 73 arm um, or outfield. Well, she's got a actually. I thought all the players with glasses had bad eyes, but I guess her eye is what says 68. So that's I thought they were all like under 40 with the glasses.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting that Lisa has such a better eye than Jorge.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and like Dimitri is like 40 eye or 38 or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought they all had bad eyes. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so maybe with her height, she could be outfield somewhere because he's got a it's got Sarah for height and Annie for height, but so one of them's gonna be so Annie's probably first. Sarah, I guess center field, Lisa wherever, and put her in a pitcher, and then later on maybe for closing the game or something, or just swapping Angel and Bobby.
yeah, they're just gonna be swapping between Angela and Bobby the entire game. I mean, people have done well with Angela in the past and online, so
And he
we'll
pulled off
see
it.
if Elman is the next one to be the Angela Whisperer.
Yeah, he's my man. I shouldn't have been giving him any tips there. He's my next opponent. So see how they pop off there. Or he's gonna be home at the Colossal. Okay, yeah. So I've got him next. So we'll see. Hope maybe you can do two in a row. We'll see.
Yeah, we got yeah that'll be a good
Great start.
test. Yeah, good test against against you this week. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting team. A little bit slower for Super Colossal, but outside of the first two picks. But we'll see
Yeah.
how Elman does. I'm kind of interested to see how Elman plays the rest of the season. But that is all the teams. I I think that um, going back to the standings, I mean, just from looking at all of these teams, I don't think you can necessarily say that anyone in the Humongous League is definitely not
Like a
going to
lot.
make the playoffs.
Yeah. It's gonna be you're gonna be fighting to the end for those last few probably multiple spots. You may have like the first two locked up at some point, but I think it's gonna be a just this real scrap at the end just for those battling for like last two, three, four spots.
Yeah, I do think based off of what I've seen right now, I do think in the backer division, I think it's HC and Killer Bat going to be running away with it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think their pedigree resume is it's just there, and they got the teams for it. So HC's just really taken off. Like he started off like a little rusty in scrims, but man, it only took him like a game or two, and he hasn't looked back. And if he just keeps that going all season and keeps that through playoffs, yeah, it's a scary team there at TCA. He's got a really good build for their power and speed mix and stuff. Scary first overall. He's moved on past Leah now to Ether. Ether. So I know he's really liking the replacement for now. So yeah, I think those two for sure. Um, I think I do really like B Slim's team. I think he's got a good chance. Let's see. I think you got to go. I think CRK with the Payne and Sandy, he's gonna bring it. I think he's got to be right there in the mix. Um, then the rest is kind of like we'll see, Schwilly, mate. Yeah, probably Schwilly. So it's gonna be tough for the last spot. It's gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
Right.
Um yeah, and then in the front yard there's a lot of coaches that are right up there. Um yeah, obviously Loba who was the reigning champ. Uh you got a really solid team. I know like all kind of like jokes aside, I think Matt's going to have like this I think Matt's going to have the second best record in this division.
You know what? This is gonna be an absolute insane take, but I think if Matt just like has the timing figured out and just swings it like it is forces pitches in the zone and his defense doesn't collapse, people like don't like get shots and just wear out his defense. I think Matt's got a sneaky chance at an undefeated season. I think we might see it. That would be something for a meme team.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily say undefeated, but I could see like him losing a game or two that like wasn't expected or something.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going with second seed in the front yard division for Matt.
Yeah, I think he's going to be top three at least for sure. I don't see him dropping much any lower than that. That offense is going to be terrifying. Um, yeah, and I think Hines has got to be right in there. As long as he doesn't get too busy and not put in rush games when he shouldn't. That's happened in the past, but I think he's always going to be there.
As long as he doesn't
I'm sure.
run out of ketchup.
Yeah, exactly. Keep that loaded for games. Uh, just gonna see how these newer guys to the league do, like CTS, Dr. Pecker, Elman. I'm really curious to see how they do. I know some of them have some good teams. The Lobos obviously probably he's gonna be going for that wild card spot. So
Yeah, Lobo always says he likes the wild card.
then we'll see if it's good looking good chance that one of the I mean, it's almost kind of a guarantee that one of the newer guys in the Humongous League is going to get a sixth, fifth or sixth seed spot, if not better. Just because there's quite a few, quite a few newer to the Humongous League, so we're gonna see one or two of those. I would think in the definitely in playoff contention, if not making it in.
Yeah, that is for sure. So a lot of good games, a lot of good matchups. We will see how the season unfolds, and hopefully we'll be able to showcase some of these matches either live as they're being played or some of the recordings that people record them and want people to commentate over them. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us. Thanks, Freak Show, for half an hour. It's getting a little bit late. Now we've been over here for over 2 hours now, going over these teams.
Yeah, I think it's been about standard 2 to 2.5 hours or so. So yeah, no problem. Glad to be on. Good good review there, and appreciate for having me.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it was definitely a lot of fun, and thanks everyone for watching, and see you around and
all right,
watch some of these games.
absolutely.